Yeah, I think honestly right now is the time to be creative. Come up with the different ways that you can put stuff out there and entertain people and keep them reminding them that you exist. And I don't think you should hesitate putting out a record. If your record's ready and you have a record, go ahead and put it out.
Right.
Not every artist tours behind their stuff, and maybe punk fans are going to have to learn, we're going to have punk fans get used to punk fans not always touring. That doesn't mean your album isn't viable, but it does mean you have to adjust your expectations and
Right.
adjust the expectations on how you're going to promote it. You should be making more music videos. Tsunami Bomb is making music videos right now. I have
Right.
no qualms in revealing that to anybody. Like, we have a bunch of videos coming.
Well, and
Because
we also have a lot of demos, like for songs.
yeah, we're working on a new record.
Right.
Because by the time we get to play again, our new record that we played 5 shows behind.
I think 4 or 5 shows. Yeah.
4 literally means that record, that album will be at least a year old, if not more, by the time we actually play a show. So it's like, I think Tsunami Bomb should put out another record this next year. So we're going to, and I'm excited about that. I'm excited about the demos that we have. It's going to be a great record. It's an angrier, grittier record. And so that's what I think. I think that everyone we need to be creative, and content is king.
Not for nothing too. I mean, there's, there was I wouldn't call it a phenomenon, but there was like a period a few years back and like leading up to the present where you started seeing a lot of these artists, like J-Som is an artist that I would point to, where, she basically recorded a bunch of songs on her own, I think, and with a friend who was like someone who helped produce her, in her bedroom, and released them on Bandcamp, and it just caught fire, and she's now, I think, on like Polyvinyl, I want to say, but has like a couple of records out on like a pretty large independent label, and with pretty wide distribution and touring. She was touring the country and like playing major festivals. Obviously there's not room for everyone to have that happen, but it certainly can happen. And I mean, this is just an example of somebody who was doing that a few years back. So, if you have the means, I mean, and the time, and I mean, obviously it's kind of an unfortunate circumstance, but if you have the creative juices, you have a little bit of time, and you have the, willingness to sit down and make it happen, something can happen from this, and you can get your music out there. And like, there's so many avenues now, right now,
you never know who's listening.
Yeah.
I thought some of the best advice I'd ever heard about making it in music was play. Get out there and play.